So a little bit about the SJ Lab for you guys don't know. We're going to be talking about relationship, personal goals, current events, stuff like that. Just a little fun stuff here and there, Yeah.
All right, you gonna tell about yourself?
All right, so my name is Jasmine, but a lot of people know me as Jazz. I'm currently a student at UNT going for my marketing degree. I'm a senior, so I'm almost done. I'm also a manager at Cinemark, and that's a little bit about me. Oh, my birthday's coming up, February 15th, the big 2-7.
Ooh, getting old out here. Well, for the people that don't know me, my name is Storm, aka Storm Lovely. I am a hairstylist in the DFW area. I'm a braider, exactly, just braids. And if you want to book with me, my Instagram page is stormlovelybraids_. And I also work with children. I am a teacher for kindergarten and first grade.
I really don't see how she do that.
You know, my friends don't talk about me. The kids are interesting,
Are they?
Mm.
You gotta have a lot of patience, something I don't have.
Yeah.
Okay, so our topic today is dating in 2019/20 because we just started entering 2020, so I'm gonna do a little bit about that.
Yeah.
You wanna
Okay.
start it off about dating in 2019?
Woo! Dating in 2019, the beginning of 2019 was crazy. Really crazy. Because I generally just got out of a relationship. And now that was a different story for another time. But I met a lot of amazing people in 2019. I can say the least of that. A lot of great people, interesting people, They gave a lot of input in my life. And some of it was trash. But, other than that, it was pretty good, So.
That's all.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean,
I've
I've had like, okay, let me say this. I've had good dates and I had like bad dates. Like dates that I could be like, why did I waste my time coming? Like,
definitely.
But I had some ones that were actually fun and I had a great time, but yeah, it was the beginning of 2019 wasn't it?
Well, my experience for dating in 2019, I was in a relationship for 3.5 years. So entering the dating scene was very, it was different. You got a lot of people who are just weird. A lot of people just want to date you for how you look or just have motives. It was just weird. But all my friends were just saying, Jazz, you need to get out there. You need to step off the porch, they would say.
I was one,
I don't know what that means, so I guess they said I was in the house too much or whatever. But okay. So yeah, that was sorry, bad connection. Yeah, so when I entered dating scene, I entered gradually. I didn't go straight in there. I just put my big toe in there to see what it was about. I met some interesting people, some people that were just okay, but it was cool, I don't wish I could redo it or anything or say anything bad about it. It was a fun experience. I learned a lot and I met a lot of people as well, so it's everything.
Y'all let us know if y'all are paused right now.
Yeah, can y'all hear us? Are y'all paused? Is the connection good? Thumbs up, anything.
Okay.
Is the connection good on y'all side? Can y'all hear us? Wave, say anything.
So.
Oh, okay, someone says
okay,
good.
Cool.
Okay, maybe it's just your phone.
Okay, it's just my phone. I'm gonna turn off the Wi-Fi. Let's see.
But yeah.
Okay.
Well, my first date, it was amazing. He was very nice. He took me to a nice area. I really enjoyed it. He was very trying to get to know me and stuff. So I really enjoyed that. He was really a gentleman, so I would say at least.
I feel like in my dates, that one thing that's a problem that I feel like if you were a guy, you should know this. Never do this on your date. Is to tell someone how much something is. Like, dang, like that was $16. I don't care. You're the one who decided to take me out. So let's not bring that up. Like, that's a no. And also, maybe like try to have a conversation with them to get to know the person you're bringing out. Don't just assume things because at the end of the day, it's probably not it. Also, Netflix and chilling is not a date either.
It's what they have Disney Plus.
Yeah,
it's Disney Plus and not a date.
It's not a date.
YouTube,
not a date. I could do that at home by myself.
I think I went over to somebody's house and they had YouTube.
I do watching videos. I mean, I guess it could be a date if you like do a correct setting, like, you know, have a nice dinner ready. Or
what we gonna watch on YouTube? What's that hood movie called?
What is that movie?
You know what I'm talking about?
What is it called? If somebody knows, put it in.
What's it? What? Pug Love? I don't know.
It is one of them.
We not doing that.
Mm-mm.
But I agree with you. What you say? I agree. What you say? You said something about
the like talking about money.
Yeah, don't talk about money on the first date. Like, that's very unattractive. I mean, but you do got girls out there that like that. But then you got women like me and Storm, like, we make our own money, so that doesn't really impress us that you're talking about, oh yeah, I make this and that. Because I'm going to look at you like, okay, like...
Exactly.
Like, especially if you're going to talk about your money, are you going to be able to spend the money on me? Because if you're not, then shut up.
Very true.
Like, you got the money, but you ain't gonna spend it.
Okay.
That's stupid.
Oh yeah, also to tell y'all, there is gonna be explicit language on this podcast. So if you feel like it's too much for you, you don't have to watch it. But we'll try to minimize it, you know. But just to let you know, whatever comes out my mouth just comes out sometimes. So
it's gonna be very classy and sophisticated. But yeah, so a little bit about that. Like, if you ask somebody to go on a date with you as a man, like, a lot of y'all are saying that y'all don't want to spend money on a date, which I don't understand, because a date could be anything. Like, you can spend $20, you can spend $100 if you want. It's all about trying to get to know a person. Like, you can take a woman to a park and y'all get smoothies. Not right now because it's really cold. But, like, go get a coffee or, like,
yes.
whatever.
Yes.
But for y'all to say, oh, I don't want to spend money on a date. I don't know, she tricking. First of all,
please tell them.
I'm the type of female, or there's other females out there, I'm not going to go on a date with you to get a free meal. That's bummy. Like, that's for bums. I'm sorry, if you do that, it's for bums. Like, I'm gonna eat regardless, as you can see. But, like, I'm gonna eat, so it doesn't matter. Like, no.
That is very true. No. Like, we're not just going out here to go on dates and just be like, well, what can he do for me? Because at the end of the day, I might not even really like you. Maybe I'm really trying to get to know you. So we don't have to go to, like, what is it? Benihana's, Papados, like. Yeah, but I do like that though. Like, you know, somebody.
Benihana's not even all that.
It's not, but I feel like all hibachi tastes the same.
No, I don't. You're wild.
You're wild.
You're wild.
It does.
No.
I love seafood though.
Yeah, like, you can go get seafood. There's so many things you can do on a date that a lot of people don't understand. It's just about, I don't want to give y'all the game, but I'm going to give them the game.
Are you like, probably? Because somebody will be like, listen, I watched it. They said.
It's all about, you know, you're asking the woman, like, hey, can we go on a date? You set a time. You let her know ahead of time. He said Waffle House. Actually,
that's a good day.
You could do Waffle House. Like, I'm not.
That's a good day. You know why I say? Because the coffee, is good. The waffle is good, and you have a good conversation. Yeah, they are really good. Put some, put the bag, put the ketchup. That's good. But that's a good conversation. Like,
yeah, it's all about conversations. Like if you that person that you're on a date with, and y'all have a magnificent conversation, it doesn't matter where y'all have that date. Mm-hmm. Y'all can have that date in Iran, and it just be amazing.
Okay. This is true. So y'all just should think about the place.
$20 date. You can do a $20 date.
Why not?
You can get 2 smoothies for Smoothie King, and y'all go sit in Smoothie King.
Is it really?
Well, I don't think you can really sit in there.
They got that one little table.
Okay, so y'all can do that.
But also, go to get a smoothie. Go to a park. Like
he said, yes, I read. It don't matter. I was talking about a Waffle House. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm talking about at Waffle House.
Yeah. You can, like a date at Waffle House? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think that, what was I gonna say? I was really trying to see if that's what he was trying to say.
Oh, that's too
okay.
I don't know what
he
I'm
saying.
saying.
Okay.
It's gonna come back.
Okay. So, I mean, honestly, it's really just about your time spending with that date. You know, and please don't do no dates at 11 o'clock. That's not a date time. What are we doing? Like, no, we're not doing that.
You know what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that's open is legs after 11. And ain't nobody open no legs. So, that's not it.
That's definitely not it. You ask the person, hey, what you doing at 11 p.m.?
Like, you better be at work, school. That's the only 2 options. But again, it's like plan your date around like a correct time. So, nah.
Whataburger, no.
You're just sitting in the car. You're just gonna be sitting in the car at Whataburger. I mean, going inside. No, that's not even it.
I feel like if you ask a woman what time a date should be, she's not gonna say after 11 p.m. She's probably not gonna say after 9 p.m. Because most of us gotta go to work in the morning, and some people have children, and just so many things.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah. No. That's definitely not it.
Unless you go see a midnight premiere at for a movie. Because I already have a movie there.
I don't see those though, because I'll be scared. I would get shot. So you know.
But no.
Yeah. That's not it.
That's never been it.
What else is not it?
No. It's just no.
Also, one that might be something that people do. I know people do this. To me, I don't like it. Don't take me to your mama's house on a first date. Listen. I'm trying to tell you, they do this. Take it to your mama's house, your family house. I don't want to go to a family event like on the first date. That's not it. Listen, people do that.
That's weird. Hey, someone watching my parents. It's weird.
Yeah, that's not it.
It's just the fact of like the do's and don'ts that you do on a first date or dating period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, mama house. What is wrong? No. Me personally, if you meet my parents, that just means that the connection is really strong, and I see you as a potential like significant other. Mm-hmm. I know nowadays everybody meet their parents.
Yeah, they do.
The next day, it doesn't go back to the old days where like when you meet a person's parents, that's like a big deal. Like oh snap, like be in the long run. But nowadays, like she met my mama last week or whatever,
and.
No,
grandma house.
We're not. I'm sick of you guys.
We not doing none of that.
No.
I feel like it should. Like I feel like our generation has came to like this thing where meeting parents is not a thing. Like I don't really want to meet your mom until I get to really know you as a person, and then later on, let me get to know your parents. But after that,
And it's not even special anymore if a girl that she was dating last week met your mom like 2 weeks in. Like,
Yeah.
it's not special to me anymore because
Yeah.
she met your mom. Mom's just thinking, oh, it's just another girl.
Exactly. They start getting used to just girls just popping up.
Yeah, like, she'll be gone.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Definitely not bringing you to my parents' house.
No. It's no. It's heck no.
No, that's not it. Yeah. Also, social media has become a big effect in, I think, 2019, 2020 into like people dating, like relationships. They get posted. Some of them don't get posted. You don't know if that person's with someone or not with that person. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like posting should be limited if you are in a relationship. Like, there's some things that you shouldn't post, and there is some things that, you should kind of let people know, like, oh, I am with someone. But people don't do that, They just be out here dating your cousin, dating your other cousin. Like, that's how it be.
What happened to you?
Wait,
what?
I'm saying, you never know. Somebody be talking to somebody because you don't know, like, no one wants to say, like, I'm in a relationship anymore. They just want to be like, oh, okay, well, I mean, they trying to talk to me, so.
That's very true. And then you got some people be like, social media ruins relationships. How?
That's not true.
How?
Now you're ruining it. Like, at this point.
How does it? Like, I don't understand that. Like, of course you're gonna have people who are wicked and try to like spread lies or whatever. But when you get with somebody and y'all have a conversation about your past and like, yes, I used to talk to so and so, this and that. When a person come up to you and be like, hey, I used to talk to your man or whatever, you're gonna be like, I know.
Right.
I knew that. And
Exactly.
next. So I don't see how social media ruins relationships. Like, I don't see that.
No, I don't see that at all either. Because I just feel like just be with who you're in a relationship with, be with them, be happy. You ain't gotta be doing too much on social networks. Like, I mean, I understand that social media does give a lot of opportunities out there, but acting like you're not in one or being just disrespectful to whoever you're with or whoever you're talking to is not okay.
Yeah.
So
it only ruins if you act single on social media.
Yes,
what's acting single? You know what acting single is. Stop playing.
Yeah, that's
sliding in the DMs.
They do that.
Some people do that.
Listen, I've known people to be in relationships. to be in relationships, a committed relationship, and they out here cheating. Like, I don't know if people don't understand what cheating is, but like hitting another girl up.
Break it down to them, because obviously they don't know.
They don't. So if you're going to take your time to message someone else and you have to hide that, that's cheating. So if you can't show your significant other, like, oh, well, I messaged this person because I thought this and this, and you just feel like later on, like, oh, I should not tell them that I did that, that's you cheating. You can't hide nothing from whoever you're with. You can't. So one more missing out of that.
Do you think putting heart eyes under I couldn't even get. Do you think putting heart eyes under somebody's like picture or like post is like disrespectful or cheating?
It's disrespectful. If they're not okay, for example, if you follow me on my regular page, y'all know I love me some Davies.
Oh Lord.
Now, I have commented, but I've never sent like
what you say under
this
the
is
thing?
you know.
I don't know. She say now.
Listen, sometimes, but since I am in a relationship, I don't send her eyes. Now, if because Davies, I'm probably not gonna meet him, but if I do, hey Dave. But it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's too much. And I feel like it's disrespectful. Like, if you send somebody a fire emoji, okay, cool. You just say it's lit. That's a lit picture. I get it. But her eyes, heart, the little heart with the double heart, the little pink one.
I use a black heart because I'm black. So That's why I use it.
Okay.
Some people are like, why do you use black heart? Because I'm black.
I thought it's because your soul, you know.
I have a pretty soul stone.
So, yeah, I really don't do the emojis on anybody thing is too much. If it's like, I just feel like, okay, yeah, they could be your friend. Like, I know a lot of guys have like girls that are friends.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I feel like it should be a cutoff point. Like, you can't be sending your friends heart eyes. Like, I don't know what type of compliment that is. Like, I don't know how to take it. You know what it is? What does it mean? The heart eyes. What is it exactly?
When somebody said heart eyes, I think it's like, ooh, look at that. that look good. That's what I think.
Yeah, because like if I post it on their food pictures, so yeah.
Yeah. We know what the other emojis
What's the one, the cat with the heart eyes? What is that one?
I don't know. Anytime you use a cat emoji,
it's out of pocket. That should not even. That should
I would think your dude put a cat under and then some water under.
That's it. You're done.
You're a cheater. You're a cheater.
You're definitely out of there.
That's messed up.
That's disrespectful. I was trying to think of that over.
I was just thinking if you did the under the dude, no.
Okay, but you know what that type of emoji is. First of all, I just feel like people shouldn't just do emojis. If you're in a relationship, just leave it as, if that's your homeboy, okay, cool. Your homegirl.
So you just put like the fire emoji and that's it.
That fire emoji, the shake emoji with the 100 emoji. That's it.
I don't even use 100.
See, I do. I be like, that's 100. Or you can do the little A with the 1, but maybe that's too much. It's
with the A with the 1, what's that?
You be like, that's A1.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I really don't. I'm not cool with the emojis underneath people's pictures stuff. That ain't it. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's disrespectful, but
yeah, this is like proper etiquette when you're in a relationship. The do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
Like, but you know, like social media have it to where you can hide things. It's crazy on Snapchat. Instagram, Facebook, it's a lot of things that you can be really sneaky.
Listen, I don't know if y'all know, but on Instagram, you can restrict people on your page. That's the most like hiding thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, you can't really say you trust somebody because you don't know what, unless you see what's in that little restriction, like close friends on Instagram. On Snapchat, I feel like, was it that private?
Custom,
yeah, custom. First of all, why do you need that?
You know why they do
it? Because they cheated.
Snapchat,
what?
Snapchat goes down, that's all I'm going to say.
What that song is, Snapchat me that. That's what happens on Snapchat.
The premium.
Listen, they on there, for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy, like, put somebody on custom view on Snapchat. It's so many things. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's a mess. Like, I feel like that's way too much hiding. Like,
why if you gotta do all that, just be single.
Really,
just be single.
Please say that.
That's
again.
Just too much.
That is a key.
I gotta hide this. I gotta hide that.
Well, there's no reason to hide anything. Like, I just feel like
some people just like living double lives. Like, that's just, they get off on it. I don't know.
See, that's where that comes to play. Like, if you just want somebody that you want to smash, just smash them. If you just want somebody you want to talk to, just talk to them. Just don't be in no relationship.
Just be upfront. How about we just be honest and tell the person what you really want from them?
I feel like that's a hard thing for people to do in 2019, 2020, since we just got
men and girls,
yes,
men and women.
Yup, men and women for sure. Like, it's okay to be honest. If you don't like that person, just tell them I don't want to be with you. Yeah. It's that easy. Like, instead of sneaking around, like, that hurts.
It does. Because I believe in karma though. Like, if you don't tell a person like, hey, I don't like you, and you're just using that person or whatever, it's gonna come back to you. Like, I believe in that.
For sure.
So if I'm not interested in a person, I let them know like, hey, I think you're really cool, but we should just be friends, you know.
That's very true.
That way. Now they keep pursuing.
That's on them. There's something period. Like, for instance, okay, speaking of my little dating in 2019. So, I had went on a date with this guy. In general, I feel like he's still an awesome person. And he was really cool. But we just did not click like that. And I feel like some people, they take it to heart when someone says, like, I just feel like it's not gonna work. And sometimes, in my case, it was just because I was still going through a healing process.
Of course.
So, I felt like a lot of people don't understand that. Like, let that person go through their healing process because they're just going to put damage into your life. They're not going to fully be able to love you like they should.
Very true.
So,
and they're gonna probably try to damage you
yes.
too. So you might be this amazing person, and
exactly.
their hurts and their scars are gonna like go onto you.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I kind of felt bad because I didn't want to disappoint that person because they was actually trying. It was a great person. My birthday dinner was amazing. Like, my gift was amazing. I appreciated everything that he did, but I generally just could not. I wasn't ready. Like, I still wanted to be single, live my life. And, some people be ready for things that you're not ready for.
And that's okay. Because you can turn a person down in a respectful way. Some people take it to a level of like trying to disrespect somebody, like, oh, I'm not attracted to you, or you ain't gotta do all that.
Yeah.
Like, don't be disrespectful. Just be like, hey, I don't think this is gonna work. I don't see you in that way.
Exactly.
Period. Now, if you talking about, oh, you ain't bad, you ugly, you ain't got enough money, like, you're what?
That's too much. Like, you shouldn't even have went to talk to that person, give that person your number. Like, let them know straight.
You knew that person was ugly before you gave them the number.
Like, cause what some people do, like some men too, they date because they see what somebody has.
That's trash.
Oh. This is very true.
You're trash.
Because, like, materialistic things are not gonna fulfill your heart. Like, money do make me happy. Like, don't get me wrong, but you're not gonna be satisfied with life just on that one note.
You're not.
So,
but that's what type of era we live in. What can you do for me?
At the same time, this is true.
You can't buy yourself a taco. Like, what you mean?
This is true.
If you can't buy yourself a taco, like, no, you don't need to be dating
at all. That's another thing. Do not date if you are broke. Like, I can get when the city girls say they don't want no broke. We know the words. We ain't gonna put the other, but you know what they say. Listen, we gonna try. But really though, why are you trying to date somebody that you can't even, go on dates with, take them out? That's not it. You might as well just stay with yourself until you get yourself up.
Yeah.
That's a healing process as well. Yeah. It's making yourself successful so you can be successful for yourself and someone else.
Yeah. I know some people might think like,
yup.
I know some people are like, oh, so what you trying to say? They need to be rich? No, you just need to be financially stable.
Yes.
Like, you need to be able, I'm not saying you need to have like a great job, but you need to be able to provide for yourself, be able to put gas in your car and stuff like that. Like, the minimum stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if you're out here dating and you don't have a job, like, you don't have a car, like, you have nothing going for yourself, like, nothing, then you shouldn't be dating, because that you need to use that time to focus on you. So you can become the great version of you. That way you can meet somebody and y'all come together and y'all be complement each other.
Yes, that is
not complete each other, but complement. Because you need to be completed before you
Okay, you let them know, because this is all facts.
But
yeah. Yes, a job and gas for sure. Cause you can't get nowhere without a job and you ain't got gas. Where you going?
Yeah, because you could date a person that doesn't have a car, but they're like in school or they have a job and they're working on getting a car. There's nothing wrong with that. We all been there when we didn't have a car, and we all been there. So
it break down. Some always life happens.
Yeah,
and that's understandable.
Or if you lose your job and you're working on getting another one. That's
but see, the thing is, the key word is working on getting another one, because you can't be out here bummy. Like, women love people that are men that are ambitious. Like, you have to have something going for yourself. Like, you could be out of a job and still be trying to talk to somebody, baby. Like, this is my goals. This is what I'm trying to do, and this is what I'm working to. But if you don't do none of that, you might as well just go ahead and sit down.
Yeah, you gotta have actions with it. Can't just like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Actions.
When, sir? It's been 10 years. Like,
actions. 10 years. 10 years. Let me tell you something.
you got people like that say that. Like, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
I'm tired of hearing that.
I'm working on it.
Shut the hell up. That's the first thing.
I'm just saying.
I can't hear no. I'm working. That's cool, but what else can you do?
I don't know.
Goodbye.
But yeah, but overall, like dating in 2019, 2020, it has its ups and downs. You just gotta go in like open-minded. Don't go in like, I'm gonna meet my husband, I'm gonna meet my wife. Don't have that perspective where you're dating multiple people. Let it flow.
Yeah.
Cause if like say you really like a person and they don't be your wife or husband, you're just like, dang, that sucks.
Yeah.
Just be open-minded to it.
Especially if you've been in a long-term relationship, it kind of gets disappointing because you're kind of hoping to marry that person. So then you can't just go in and thinking like, okay, I'm gonna find my husband now, because that's not how it works. Like, you gotta go through a lot of different processes before you find the right one, or maybe you don't. You never know. You might, the person that you was with, you might, be like, okay, this is over, and you go on to find your husband tomorrow.
Or you might get lucky and find like that one person.
Yeah, one, not two. Cause I was sort of thinking in my life, like, if men can have multiple wives, why can't
why can't
women have multiple husbands?
That ain't gonna work. Just imagine you be in a house and you the only woman, and there's like all those men in your house. It's gonna be a fight. That's my woman.
But they all know that you got multiple. You know what I'm saying? At least 3.
What man gonna be okay with you having multiple?
But that's the same thing I thought about women. What women would be okay with just?
I'm definitely not okay.
Me neither.
But
I'm just saying, if there's women out there gotta be guys like that too, baby. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it got to be like.
I don't know. He might be a little bit strange.
Well, sometimes strange might be good. You never know. It could happen.
Nah, I couldn't do it.
I really don't want multiple husbands, but I'm just saying, like.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Maybe in my past life I did. You never know. But nah, on a serious note, I really do feel like you just have to be patient all around. Dating is in this generation kind of sucks. Yeah. And then sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. I feel like that might be in all generations though.
But why does it suck though? Like, why in our generation, like, dating sucks?
I feel like it's more of like people don't want to love no more. They just always want to have this tough exterior, be like, well, they not gonna act right. I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna go talk to this person. You know what I mean? Like, it's no more like trying to get to know what the problem is. Like, no one wants to communicate anymore. It's just like, I'm gonna just move on. And that could be your wife or your husband that you just moving off from because you can't take the time to like listen. And I feel like our generation doesn't do that. We just ignore each other and stuff like that. So
yeah, like a lot of people just don't communicate like how they feel, what they want. It probably stems back to people being afraid to love.
Yes.
Because of like what happened in their past or whatever, or their past relationships. They thinking that person's gonna be the person that broke them or whatever.
Yeah.
And you gotta everybody's not the same.
Yeah.
I
watched something earlier. I think it was earlier, maybe yesterday. Someone had said like the only reason why you go back to the same people is because you haven't healed from the trauma that you had before. So you keep on choosing the same type of guy because you haven't healed from what that last person did. So until you heal yourself, you can't go on to somebody better.
Yeah.
You're just gonna continue to keep going in that same pattern.
Healing is a beautiful thing. You
Ooh,
know,
it is.
it's a very beautiful thing. You know, after I got out of my 3.5-year relationship, it was all about healing. A lot of people think like healing, what you healing from? Just everything, like getting to know myself more and what I don't like and what I like. Who is Jasmine? What does Jasmine want to be?
Mm-hmm.
What is my future look in Jasmine's eyes and stuff like that.
This is very true.
You know, healing could be a multiple things like reading more, eating right,
Yeah.
being
for
around
sure.
different people who motivate you, your friends, getting a better job,
Money
and really
always helps.
sitting in the like your mess, that the stuff that like broke you, you face it.
Yeah.
You like say if some person like cheated on you and it was just like horrible. You sit in that mess and you be like, all right, this is what happened. It broke me.
Yeah.
You know, talk about it.
That is definitely true, because I know that I've learned from my experience very well. Like, I was in a 6-year relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and I did not really heal from that relationship, because when I was young, like I was like 22 when I got in that relationship, and so like I didn't really know about healing process. Like, I just knew that I wanted to, you know, be in love again, fall in love again, you know, be with somebody.
Have somebody kiss the lonely away.
You
That's what
know,
they say.
that is true.
Kiss
I-
the lonely away.
But see, the thing was, I went to the exact same thing I was in before, because I didn't heal. So, but now, you can't tell me nothing, baby. We cut it off.
Damn, mom, stop.
Listen, healing is, like you said, a beautiful thing.
It is a
Like,
beautiful thing.
you like love yourself more. You don't tolerate the same stuff that you used to tolerate because you're over it.
Because if you really loved yourself, if somebody come to you with some BS, you gonna be like, hell no.
Yeah.
You gonna laugh at it and be like, no.
Really, the cutoff. When people say cutoff season is real, you will get cut off over and over. Like the things that just you wouldn't like normally be like, okay, you just don't tolerate them.
Yeah.
You just like, all right.
Like before you cut that person off, obviously you have a conversation with them and be like, hey, I noticed that you did this and that. And be like, I don't like that. Because sometimes people don't know. Like, they be like, oh, I didn't know that you, whatever. Y'all have that conversation now. The person continues to do it. You have every right to cut that person off.
This is factual.
Sometimes you don't even have to, like, I guess, explain. I mean, I don't know.
I feel like explaining things multiple times is redundant. Like, I'm not going to keep on saying.
Yeah.
But, like, of course, sometimes some people do need to hear it the second time. Like,
They do.
because the first time, I'm telling you, they gonna think you playing. Like, it's all cap. You just be like, okay, cool, I got you. The second time, it's like, all right, bro, I told you this what I like. You either gonna fix it, you don't fix it, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that simple. And if they don't respect that and they can't change what you don't like, they're not for you. So,
Not at all.
move on.
I mean, something out there is better.
Mm-hmm.
Unless that person, like, steps up to the plate and, like, becomes a better person. Like, all right, I want her or I want him, so
Yeah.
I'm going to step up my game.
This is
And,
true.
You know?
This is very true. Because I really do feel like, you know, we should be able to communicate more in this generation. Like, we can communicate online, but we can't communicate with the person, like, next to us. Like, oh, okay, well, I have this problem. But y'all can just go ahead and be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to just go ahead and delete and block this person. Like, damn, give that person something. Just a little bit.
You already know how I feel about blocking, man.
She don't like that ghosting.
I don't like ghost. I think if you ghost a person, that's corny.
It is.
It's
really
corny.
To be honest, I'm not gonna even lie. I've thought about ghosting multiple people. Okay, she had to tell me like, Storm, don't
Don't
do
do that.
That's wrong. Karma isn't.
I saved some of y'all that she was about to go.
This is fact. She really has, but it's just because my cutoff is like, once I'm done, I'm done. Like, it's no going back. But I have to understand, like, she always got to tell me, like, then just communicate that.
Yeah.
Let that person know. And see, but once I let you know, you don't get it. I gotta go. It's done with that.
Yeah. Cause some people, like, say you ghost a person, that person like really liked you, and they thought like, oh my god, and then you just don't talk to them no more. They're gonna be like, dang, what's wrong with me? Like, what did I do? Like, you know, that kind of hurts, and sometimes that can kind of cause abandonment issues or whatever.
This is true.
So, you know,
this is really true. And then it's also harder for that person to trust the next person that enters their life, because they're like, dang, what did I do? Now they're just gonna leave me. They're gonna stop talking to me. And like, I feel like all in all, when we stop talking to someone, it gets to the point where it's just like, that stuff hurts. Like,
it does.
Even if it's for a day, a week, a month, you know, that hurts, period. So I just feel like we just need to be better.
Cause I know some people don't be like, they get ghosted and be like, it was them, I'm good.
Like, come on,
Started crying in the shower, stop playing.
Ooh, y'all looking like Ray J in the rain. Like,
I'm sick of this. I hate it here. Like, come on now. Like, let's be honest.
This is very true. And I feel like as women, we do find things that are always wrong. Like, and it be probably like to guys a simple thing. Like, bro, why didn't you just tell me, like, you didn't like that? Like, my bad. But it's because women kind of do tell you, but we just sometimes are not very direct the first time it happens, and then when we get direct the second time, it's like you got an attitude, and it's like, it's not an attitude. I kind of told you before, you weren't listening.
Or they not to cut you off, or they want to be that type of girl like, I don't want to be nagging, like I want to be cool. I don't want him to think I'm like this.
That's dead.
She said it's dead. So
it is, because the thing is, it's like, you have to think about it, when you get into like that relationship with that guy, he's gonna always assume everything is okay. And that's not the truth. Like, now you gonna get mad at what he doing, but really you allowed it multiple times, so you can't be mad at him. So it's like, once you don't like something, say it, get it done. And if he respects you and he loves you, he's gonna understand, and he's gonna work on that.
Yeah.
So
just don't be passive. Like, if you don't like it and it irks you, be like, hey, I don't like that, and he's gonna be like, okay.
Yeah.
Or if she does something that you don't like, because it can be vice versa. Because I know some guys are like, why is all y'all always picking on the man? It could be vice versa.
It's true, because I know women that, you know, do things. I mean, I could have done a lot of shit. Stuff like,
me too.
So it's like, if you don't like something I do, just tell me, because I'm not gonna know, and I'm gonna continue doing it because I feel like it's okay. So that's just, I feel like in general, like, we're just like that, like, as humans. Like, if you don't say anything, we're gonna continue doing it. Especially since I work with kids. Like, if I don't tell them not to do something, they're just gonna do it all day.
That's very true. That's very true. That is very true. So you had like a worst date in 2019, 20.
Let
I know I did too.
Let me tell you, I really don't feel like,
hey,
it was super bad, but like, he did everything that, like, I'm a guest, like
what you mean?
Like, one thing that we talked about earlier was the whole, like, bringing up money. Don't, like, that's a whole complete turn off for me. Like, I don't even want to continue the date after you bring up money. Or if you would be like, oh, the next round on you. No, I did not ask to go on a date with you. And this is another thing. I'm the type of person, like, my friends always say, low-key, I'm, like, petty. You know, like, I can be that way sometimes. I will go on a date and you tell me, like, oh, like, I ain't got it. I'm like, all right, bet. But I'll pay for my meal. I don't know what you gonna do with yours.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I feel like if you go on a date with anybody, make sure you have money.
yes.
Because you just never know, like, something could happen. You don't know. I don't know. He might be like, I'm going to the restroom, never come back. I don't know. Just be prepared, because I'm always prepared when I go on dates. I always make sure I have my money or whatever. But if a person asks you out on a date, because there was like one post, it was like, okay, if a guy or if a person asks you out on a date, are you supposed to ask them what you can get off the menu? And I said no. And a lot of people on my post like argued me down. They're like, that's inconsiderate. To me, if a guy asks me out on a date, which means he did his research on the restaurant, he know how much is in his pocketbook. So I'm not gonna sit across from you and be like, oh, what can I get? I'm gonna get whatever I want. I'm not gonna get the most expensive thing, but I'm gonna get something that I want to eat that looks good.
See, even saying that, that's why you don't take a girl out where somewhere you can't afford.
That's very true.
So taking someone to a coffee shop, like she said earlier, like do that because that's what you can afford at that time. Now, if you're gonna take me to Papados, and you know I've already told you I love seafood, I'm going to get the shrimp and steak. And the mashed potatoes and the lemonade.
Get the lemonade. I think it was a strawberry. No, it's one of you can't even get refills on. It's like you gotta get nuts $3.50.
Yeah. Which one is that?
I forgot.
I don't know what that is.
But there's one. I think there's one on there that it don't come with free refills. So.
Yeah.
But Papados, a plate is like what? It starts off like what?
Like, thing is like maybe the lowest item is like $13.
Yeah. And that's really small.
And then mind you, I'm over the age of 21, so that means I can get an alcohol beverage. Alcohol beverage is probably about $10 at Papados. Mm-hmm. So what you about to spend? What? Because I know my little shrimp and steak about to be like $15. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
At the end of the day, like take someone where you can like. If I ask a guy, that's a good question though. Would you take a guy on a date for the first date? Like,
oh, child. No. No.
Okay.
Sorry.
I personally wouldn't either. But I know people that do. Like,
yeah,
if you're my man, I'm gonna take you out.
That's different. Like, if you were like my man, my boo, my honey dip. Of course, I'll take you on a date, but first date, no.
Yeah, no. Like, I feel like men in generation have like a problem with courting. Like, we are definitely like take the girl out on a nice date, call it a day. So, but it is around, we kind of running out of time.
Yeah.
So,
it's just been delightful. Like, oh, do you guys have any questions for us? Like, we're gonna open up for questions now. So we just gonna see. Since I'm 3, y'all.
Only 3. Everybody else was like, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Power came on. Let it come on at 8. Who knows?
I think it's 7.
7? Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, then we gotta go. We gotta watch that Power.
No, I know. Not even say anything. But but if you guys don't have any questions for us, we will be back. What is the calendar? Not next Sunday, but the Sunday after.
Yeah, we'll be back on. And should we tell them about what the topic is?
Yeah,
just tune in.
It's only. I mean, y'all can tune in. Remember, every Sunday at 6 p.m. And we appreciate y'all for viewing. And I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all night.
Have a great, blessed week.
Yes.
You know, I start back school. Pray for me. But y'all have a wonderful night. And I can't even read that, but go ahead. Give us the next step. Give us the topic. So if a guy takes you to a high-end restaurant, what comes at the end? Just a question.
Wait.
What comes up?
Wait. Use a higher restaurant. What comes at the end? Nothing. Nothing comes at the end. A hug and a thank you for the day, and that's what it is.
You know, it comes at the end. Those little mints that you get in a little bowl, little chocolate mint. That's what you get at the end. No.
What you got going on?
I don't know what he got going on.
But I guess we can tell y'all the next time.
He be taking girls to high end and be like, we'll come at the end.
So what you about to do? I was waiting.
I'm going home, sir.
But our next topic is actually gonna be about women self-care.
Yes.
So it's gonna be quite a good one. And actually, just to let y'all know, normally our podcast is only gonna be about 30 minutes long, 30 to 45 minutes long, because Instagram likes to.
Yeah, we did this pretty long today because it's like our first episode, so y'all can get a gist of who we are and how it is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like she said, our next topic is gonna be about self-care. It's gonna be very like deep, emotional. We're not gonna cry.
I might. I have shit.
She might.
I'm sensitive, you know.
I'm a little rough.
No.
Just
She like DMX.
just a tad.
You know what, I'm done. But yeah, we will be on not this next Sunday, but the Sunday after this.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all stay tuned. It's gonna be at 6 p.m. every other Sunday.
And thank you guys for joining and watching us. For the people who stayed on,
Yes,
and continue to ask us what?
Lovely, good work, lady. Thank
Oh,
you.
Yeah. So you can always DM us and ask us questions that we can answer and stuff like that. But DM us
On the SJ Lab. Now you get to the other ones. I don't know how we gonna respond this way.
What?
Yeah, for sure. But thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, and that shows a lot of love. So